Welcome geniuses, I'm Genie, your best buddy for A-levels. In this channel, we'll bring you to explore the secret formula behind success.
This question is on topic 12, respiration, where it's testing your understanding on how a cyanide can actually bind to cytochrome oxidase, which is one of the ETC, therefore resulting in failure of ATP production. So let's understand how oxidative phosphorylation works. So on the inner membrane, you will see that there is ETC, known as electron transport carrier. And at the end of this system, you usually see a stop particle-like structure known as ATP synthase. So what is the role of ETC? Electron that is transported from the Krebs cycle will travel to the ETC, and along the way, energy is lost. So the energy from the electron is used to pump H+ from the matrix to the intermembrane space, creating a proton gradient. So when H+ has accumulated in the intermembrane space, the H+ will diffuse down the concentration gradient through the ATP synthase, where there's a channel inside, and the energy is used to synthesize ATP. So this is the process of how oxidative phosphorylation can produce ATP. So now let's relate the question to the understanding of oxidative phosphorylation. So they say that how the cyanide can lead to death of your muscle cell. So we know that muscle cell constantly needs a lot of ATP. So when there's no ATP, muscle will die. So let's see how the cyanide can cause this. So let's label the process first. I have step 1, electron flow. Number 2, I have proton gradient created. Number 3, I have the H+ diffuse down the gradient. Actually, this is known as chemiosmosis through the ATP synthase. Then number 4, I know ATP is formed. So now, if the cyanide inhibits the ETC, so this one doesn't happen. Then what's next? Step 1 cannot occur. Step 2, proton gradient cannot be created. Step 3, no proton flow through the ATP synthase. Then next point, no ATP produced. When there's no ATP produced, muscle fail to contract. Therefore, it will lead to muscle death. And one of the marking points here is they mentioned that Krebs cycle will stop because who is donating the electron? NADH. So if NADH cannot be oxidized, it cannot regenerate into NAD. So without NAD, Krebs cycle also will stop. So this is how you answer this question. This question is actually overlapping with the role of oxygen in aerobic respiration, where the question likes to ask, state the role of oxygen in aerobic respiration, or state the consequences when there is absence of oxygen. So you will know that when there is no oxygen, there's no final proton-electron acceptor. Therefore, the same consequences will happen where there's no electron flow, no proton gradient, no ATP synthesis. So that's how you relate both of the marking point.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with one or two past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help, Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.